everyone, my name is Jennelyn Madriaga. I'm here to present to you or discuss about the articulation. First, let's define the articulation. Articulation is the movement of tongue, lips, jaw, and other speech organs or what we call the articulators in order to make speech sounds. Place of articulation, the point of maximum obstruction. Manner of articulation, the way in which the obstruction is formed and released. Consonants and their place of articulation. Number 1 is the bilabials. Sounds produced by bringing the lips together. Example, the p, b, m. Number 2 is the labiodentals. Sounds produced with the bottom lip against the upper teeth. Example, v. Interdentals. Sounds produced with tip of tongue between the upper and lower teeth, or what we call dentals. Example, this and tin. Alveolars. Sounds produced with the front part of the tongue against the alveolar ridge, the part of the roof of the mouth what is right behind the teeth. Example, t, d. Number 5. Palatals. Sounds produced with the front part of the tongue against the hard palate just behind the alveolar ridge. Example, ch, j. Velars. Sounds produced with the back of the tongue against the soft palate or the velum. Example, k, g, ng. Glottal. Sounds produced with the glottis or the vocal cords. The H sound is produced with open glottis. If the glottis is closed to stop the air momentarily, a glottal stop is produced. The sounds represented by T when a beetle says battle, or the sound that starts each syllable if you say O, O. Consonants and their manners of articulation. Voice and voiceless sounds. You should feel the vibration on all the vowels and on the b, d, and g. The voice consonants, other voice consonants, Number 2. Nasal and oral sounds. Sounds produced through the nose are nasal. And Those pronounced through the mouth are oral. Stops. Sounds in which the airstream stop completely in the mouth cavity for a brief period. Example, the p, b, t, d, ng. Fricatives. Sounds in which the airstream is not totally stopped but is obstructed to a narrow area, causing a friction. Example, the z, v. Affricates. Combine stop and fricative and you get a fricate. Basically, to make one of these, you pronounce the stop, then the fricative, so CH is equal to T plus SH and G is equal to D plus ZH. Affricates are also classified as stops since the airstream is halted briefly. Number 6. Liquids. Sounds where the airstream is obstructed but not so much as to either stop it or create friction. Pronounce all or R very slowly and hear the difference between the vowel and the liquid consonants. Some languages trill R's, of course. In American English, the R is considered a retroflex because of how the tongue flexes back toward the alveolar ridge in most dialects. L is considered a lateral liquid because it is made by putting the tip of tongue against the alveolar ridge, then letting the airstream flow around the sides of the tongue, literally. Glides. Sounds with little or no obstruction to the airstream in the mouth. Glides and liquids are the closest things to vowels among the consonants. In fact, in some languages, they function almost as vowels. Example, the Y and W.